So this week, especially early part of the week, I was getting bombarded with hate. And if you follow me on the socials, you'll see I haven't really put a great deal up. I thought to myself, oh, I'm gonna have a week away from it, I ain't gonna bother with it, and it still kept coming in. And now I've got to the point where I thought, well, do you know what, who gives a shit? Because some of the stuff that's been said is ridiculous. It really is. And I mean, our trade ain't going to get any better if it continues the way it is. I mean, everyone is speed orientated, and everybody thinks they're world beaters, and they're the fastest, and they're this and they're that, and they're not. They really ain't. And some of the videos I see on socials for these various people that I see, I think to myself, how, what world do you live in? I mean, you don't live in this one. Because I can tell you for nothing, your speed and efficiency and being a quality bricklayer, turning out quality work, is nothing to do with the speed your hands go at. I mean, you see people putting about 20 trowelfuls down a wall as quick as they can possibly get the muck on it. It makes a mess, the muck's everywhere. They drag off more than they drag off a trowelful. For every 5 trowelfuls they put on, they drag one off. I mean, you're just wasting your time. And then, not only that, you're making life hard for yourself. You're never going to get a brick down on a 3-inch fucking bed. That ain't going to happen. And if you do, it's just hard work. You're rubbing it, or you're double retrieving, and it's all them things that just give you less efficiency. I mean, I'm going to put a bit of a video on after this, and what you'll see is I lay a bed out, say for 3 or 4 bricks, and every brick goes down first time. No double retrieval, no tapping, nothing. And that in itself gives you efficiency. You're not double retrieving, you're not tapping, you're not working the bed any more than you have to. I mean, some people whack a bed on there and they don't feather it. That's up to them. That's what they want to do, is good. But you're double retrieving, and you're making more mess for it. So you've got more tidying up. The joints aren't full. I mean, all my joints are full. You could point my work in 30 fucking seconds. So when you talk about speed, it's not just how many bricks you've laid in a set time. It's how quick you can point it in, how quick you can clean up after yourself, how long it takes you to get set up for you to lay them bricks. That's where the speed comes in over the course of a given day or a given job. It's preparation. It's keeping everything tidy and clean and all the rest of it. It doesn't just boil down to how quick you can get a bed on a wall. It really doesn't. And some of the people that hate on me, and I was told about it before, and it's nothing that I shouldn't expect, but I've not got a massive following. I mean, I've got about 1,500 people on Instagram, 2,000 maybe on TikTok, and 3 on Facebook, and I get about 20 or 30 hate messages a day. It's just ridiculous. And all I'm trying to do really is trying to make make bricklaying a better fucking place, because some of the work I've seen is absolutely shocking. I mean, and it's not just the way the bricks are laid, it's how it's set out. I mean, the last time I saw Flemish done properly, well, I don't know, I haven't seen it for a fucking long time. And it's ridiculous. I mean, it's all set things. It's not a difficult thing. There's all the resources in the world. I mean, there's Google, there's Nash books, there's YouTube. You could even message me if you had questions, and I'd always, if I could, I would always answer. I would always help. I mean, it's, you're calling yourself bricklayers, and all you can do is one on top of the other, and not even that very well. I mean, if you're going to hate on me, at least sort yourself out, or at least show me that you can put your money where your mouth is. That's what I would say. Because anybody who gives me hate that ain't willing to put some up and show me, then they can forget it. But this is what I'm leading to. I've talked to a few people I highly respect on socials, And in future, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hashtag on whatever I do. Is going to be a hashtag show me better. Now what that is going to be is, if I put a good piece of work up, it's not like a competition, oh mine's better than yours. It's out there to show good work. So you put the hashtag show me better work and you put a good job up that you are proud of. So it's not relating to speed or anything like that, it's purely relating on quality. And hopefully it'll be like a bit of a snowball effect, that some people will be more about getting good work out there, good, clean, tidy, beautiful work that young lads coming into this trade can see. And hopefully that snowball effect to lead on and on and on. And we'll start seeing some really quality work. And maybe then, once you see a few good jobs and this, that and the other, it might encourage other people to think, oh, do you know what, I got up my game a little bit, I got to, you know, tighten up a bit, I got to, you know, be a little bit more sort of quality orientated, because that's what's lacking in the building trade right now. You can have all the speed in the world, and if you put them down and they look shit, you ain't a bricklayer. You can lay a fucking 1,000 a day every day if you want, but it still don't make you a bricklayer if you can't do it right. That's my opinion, and I would like to think that's a shared opinion around, because some of the stuff I'm seeing on socials is absolutely fucking shocking. And I go and say 50% of the work that I see on socials I wouldn't accept. I really wouldn't. Some of it is really, really bad. You know, you've probably seen some of it yourself. And for the ones that are going to hate on this video when they see it, crack on. Because you're the ones that need to sharpen up. This is all I managed to do all morning with this bloody weather. And that's overhand, which is a ball bag as well. And these heavers, which I thought were imperial, they've come out at 75mm, not 70. So I've got the other way. I'm going the other way with them now. It's a right ball bag, but you buy cheap, you fucking pay for it, don't you? I thought I was onto a winner. Clearly not. It's one of them days every brickie dreads. It's not raining heavy enough to warrant going home, but it's raining enough to get you wet. And it's just got to the point now, as you can see on that board, it's just a bit too much now. Especially overhand, obviously trying to keep brickwork clean overhand. Slightest bit of rain and it makes it even harder. So yeah, it's one of them. What do? Do you pack up and go home because it does look bleak, or do you wait around and see if it's going to stop? It's just one of them. As you can see, I'm doing this all overhand. I've got permission to get over and point it, but it doesn't want me on the patio so much, so. But considering that's overhand, that ain't too bad, I don't reckon. I don't reckon there's many that could do it like that, in all honesty. I stayed on, but I wish I hadn't now. I put a stop to the brickwork because it was raining, so I just used up a bit of muck on a corner. But that's what we've earned all day, probably about 30 fucking quid. But, you know, we're closer to what we were yesterday. I wish I'd have gone home now. With this overhand, you've got to put your iron down. I mean, you see a lot of people do an overhand, and they're not even looking down. And obviously, to get that plane right, you've got to look over it. Now, just for transparency, just come round, Lewis, so you can see this bubble. So that's pretty good, considering it's overhand. The art of it is surely getting over it and iron it down. You can't do overhand from here and just guess the back, because you'll never get a flat plane. And obviously the neighbour doesn't want us over there on her decking, which, you know, it's up to her. So that's why it's so important to get over the top of it and look down. And if you just scan the floor, just so you can see that I've not made too much of a mess. I've dropped a couple of bits, yeah, but it's not too bad. Dealers. So that's these ties I was telling you about, the helicals, and they just go on so that you can go on at any level to be gauged with your brickwork. It's the only way you can do it with these imperials, really sensibly. But there you have it. Tell you what, if you're a bricklayer, you know with heathers, you can lay them and they look okay the first day when they're green like any brickwork. But these are fake heathers. These are a semi-engineering bit to look like a heather, but as you can see they match the heathers perfectly well. And they, you know, they're like heathers to lay, looking how we see the lay, other than obviously their engineering. So they're not the greatest, but, and they're a little bit odd shapes and stuff, but they do look alright the next day. Nice, clean and neat and that, and they match in perfect. So our job today is building in between these oak posts now. The oak was designed so that these stays would be to the front, so now I've actually got to cut brickwork all up there, which is not the end of the world. Won't take that long, get a little angle grinder in your hand sort of thing. But as you can see here, I've got a nice little setup there. Look. I've got a nice little restraint strap holding that there to get round the corner, just enough to get the line behind to run these in. Takes sort of 5 minutes to set up. Well, 10 minutes, well 5 minutes by the time you've got everything you need out of the van. You know what it's like, and it's just straightforward then. What I've done here, as you can see, I've got saddle stones, and the saddle stones are angled. So what I've done is I've allowed a header closure off that oak post. So obviously I've had to cut it up the saddle stone because it's angled. Now it works about, from this end, it probably works about 30 mil short of working bond to these bricks. So what I've done is I'm going to cut into there and keep it whatever the cut ends on the oak post. I was thinking about putting header closure that in to symmetry for the panel, but then I thought to myself, I think if it's worked out into the corner, both ends, because it's two matching sides, I think that would probably work better. But I may change my mind by the time I get there, we'll see. You've got to love these imperials. And obviously they all vary in length, so the headers aren't all going to be dead on. And the blue headers, they're 10 mil smaller than the red headers, but obviously we're looking at, you know, matching in with buildings of 200-year-old, but it's looking the part. Right. These screws in the way. Right, hammer bolts, quick, go, quick, hammer bolts, quick, wait a minute. Thank you. I'll put a closure in there. How many blueies we got, buddy? One here. Yeah, because I'm going to need to mix a few in. It's not half and half, it's just random blues. That one's a big one. Oh, these fucking bricks are shite. machine. Right, close it again. That brick's in half, so I'll use that one. That one's just nothing slightly, but not a lot. Oh, you bugger. These are horrible bricks. Look at it. Lime muck, every now and then you just get a bloody hard sort of gone off lump in it. When you cut them out, make sure they don't go no more than a half. I won't get the insulation in, buddy. Sometimes it fits a full course in and other times it doesn't because of these bricks. It's only like a fraction, but it makes all the difference. Right, closures. Let's do 2 blue closures and I'll have one of you around there. There we go. That's for that one. That's for there. line? No, it's above the line. I thought it was. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay. Right, mate, let's have a little bit more knock on the board there, and then we'll have to get some more gear in, won't we? No?
Trying a lot.
No, no. Give me what you got, and then we'll get some gear in. Just watch the splash on that, mate. Put it down gently. Because if the bricks get splashed before we lay them, they're dirty before we even get going, aren't they? Go. Right, let's get this course done. Like that. So what you can see there, like, I've got to go to freehand now because these have all got to be cut behind and scribed. But I've just put the gauge line up the back of them so that I can just know that I'm gauge as I'm going up, and then I've got a soldier at the top. I've had repeated people saying how they want to see the level on the wall. And so that I never show the level on the wall, like I'm trying to hide something or something. And that's with a Imperial reclaim, and it's still dead on for all you haters. What you got to do to get around these bad boys, look. Oh, that's bedded up with joints. Well, it doesn't seem much, this one panel, and then start off with a pier, but we got here late so we had to finish that one that we were doing yesterday and have a bit of a tidy up, but we're there. But cutting round them stays, bloody how it takes forever. But looking there now, we've got that one to do tomorrow, and we finish these piers off and we're out of here.